this. Shake, shake. Oh, shit. No, it's not in there either. Maybe this? Shake, shake. Shake, shake. I don't know, man. I keep trying to shake everything, nothing's coming out.
Mikey, why the hell are you trying to shake things?
Well, Mario, if you must know, I've been trying to shake things because lately I've been playing Mischief Makers, and every time the character in that game, Marina, every time she shakes something, something comes out. But every time I shake something, nothing's coming out. I can help you out, Mikey. Shake, shake! Oh. That's where the money was.
Shake, shake.
He plays games for fun, he got Mario from a ceiling once. Everybody asks him what he's gonna do next, but he doesn't even know himself. Metal gaming is all he knows, and metal is where his mind grows. Everything in his mind is metal to the core.
That's kind of the point, you know.
Metal Mikey strikes like this lightning. What? Metal Mikey! Press start, I think.
So, today I want to talk about Mischief Makers. It's a very weird game. A very Japanese game, to say the least. This is a game that I've never known anyone to play except for myself, and throughout my years of living, I have never found anybody who knew about it personally, except on the internet or whatever, you know, because everybody knows something on the internet. And basically, it was a game that was put on the Nintendo 64, and for my standpoint, no one gave it the time of day, sadly. And it's unfortunate because it's a really good side-scroller, and it's got all kinds of Japanese type of cultural things, I'm assuming. I don't know that for sure, but it's very silly humor, and I absolutely love this game. It's just a very funny game. Basically, Mischief Makers is the story of a man named Professor Theo who created this robot to be his assistant named Marina Lightyears. She is the main character of the game that you play as, and she is very funny, and she likes to talk in the fourth wall sense of breaking that fourth wall by doing things like talking to, say, a boss and telling the boss, oh, well, you must be the boss of this stage, aren't you? You know, stuff like that. I thought that was pretty funny. And that's kind of what this kind of game is. It's very aware of itself. So basically, this guy, Professor Theo, is a space-traveling mad scientist who ends up stranded on the planet called Planet Clancer. A very weird name, if you ask me. And there's a mysterious empire on this planet that basically controls everything. And it's kind of, you don't really know too much about it for a while. It kind of leads you to believe one thing or another. But it's basically up to Marina to rescue the kidnapped Theo, who ends up kidnapped in the very first part of the game. And by the way, you do rescue him multiple times in this game. And there is a classic scene to me that is classic that happens every time you do it.
Boy, am I glad to see you, Marina!
Now, the Empire is basically, they have a team of people called the Beast Tector. One's a wolf, one's a ape guy, and then the other one's this bird. And it's kind of weird. And then an evil counterpart called Kalina, who basically is worthless and just, she's a bitch. What can I say? And Mischief Makers was known in Japan as Yuki Yuki Troublemakers, which is very different from what we know it as Mischief Makers, but whatever. This game was developed by a company called Treasure, and it was their first game to be published by Enix, who later became Square Enix. It's a 2D platformer with occasional 3D elements or 2.5D elements, where grabbing, throwing, and yes, shaking objects is integral to gameplay. It's more puzzle-oriented than the typical platformer. You must often go through elaborate mazes of stuff like warp points, usually, and you use things called clan pots that you carry around with you that you can actually get people to throw items or drop items by shaking something, and you can put it in there, and it helps you create different items that you need to progress through certain stages. It's sometimes unintuitive, but it's always still fun. And it never really gets too old because every stage is pretty quick. All the stages are timed, and there's always a gold gem to find in this game that will help you later on in the ending of the game, and it'll help you to see the whole ending. So basically, the best thing to do in this game is to go through it and collect gold gems. And you also need to get the perfect ranking in the game to get the full entire best ending, which would be your S rank. So I would suggest you go through the game, get those gems, and then go back through and just basically speed run it, and that's it. The game does not count you getting a gold gem to get a better rank. Because once you collected a gold gem, it doesn't appear in the stage anymore. So basically, they just count the time that you use in the stage to get the ranking. It was a unique game for the N64 in the fact that you didn't use the analog stick whatsoever, and the D-pad was used for all the movement. Like I said earlier, it's 2D and also 2.5D, which basically means that things in the background or the foreground, they can come and hit you on your part of the screen, basically, if that makes sense to you. So, for example, when you're fighting this boss, he jumps to the back and he hits you with the beam or something like that, right? Or he's sitting there and, like you see right here, he's shooting you with this cannon, and then you grab it, he jumps in the back, and you aim it at him and throw it at him. You know, so that was pretty cool. I like that about the game. This game was made by Treasure, as I said before, and published by Enix before becoming Square Enix. And it was released on the N64 with the English translation being done by Nintendo, which is probably why it was done so well. And I think it was. You be a judge for yourself by playing it. Treasure is a Japanese video game developer. They were founded by former employees of Konami on June 19th of 1992. Treasure is best known for classic-style action games that employ innovative gameplay systems. Some of their greatest commercial successes have been games like Wario World and Mischief Makers? I beg to differ, I don't think so. They say that it was, but I don't think it was. If it was, I think I would have heard more people talk about it. But maybe it was commercially, they say commercially because it sold well, perhaps? But it was not recognized very, very well, at least not around these parts. They're better known for their critical successes, such as Sin and Punishment, Gunstar Heroes on the Sega, Dynamite Headdy, Alien Soldier, Guardian Heroes on Sega, I believe that was Sega Dreamcast or Sega Saturn. You also had Radiant Silvergun, Bangai Zero, and Ikaruga, which was a very hard space shooter type of game. And their first release game was actually Gunstar Heroes, which was a very good game, by the way. Although McDonald's Treasureland Adventure was actually the first game that they developed first. Treasure is a small privately held company consisting of around 30 to 40 members, though this number is somewhat misleading as they also employed independent contractors to assist development and sometimes partner with other companies such as Nintendo, like for this game, or Sega for games like Gunstar Heroes, to increase their size of their teams. As a result, they have worked on many titles based on licenses, including Astro Boy, McDonald's, Bleach, and Tiny Toon Adventures. On that was on the Nintendo as well. And they also partner with companies like Sega and Enix to produce original properties. They have produced a handful of games independently, most notably their arcade shooters, Ikaruga, Radiant Silvergun. And that's basically it. So, you start up the game, you get the cool intro screen with the strange looking green haired chick and a creepy old man eyeballing her. And it's Marina, the Ultra Intergalactic Cybot G. Which doesn't make much... I don't understand. Moving on. Well, you start off watching the professor chilling inside, and then all of a sudden, these evil fellas, known as Clancers, they kidnap the professor, and it's a very funny way that they kidnap him too, if I do say so myself. I mean, you're seeing it right now. And then she comes back, and she's like, "Whoa, what's happening?" And off you go. So when you first start the first stage, you learn that not all Clancers are evil, and that they themselves here on this planet, they're being terrorized by the evil Clancers, who are led by the Emperor of the Clancers. Or so you think. The worlds are varied. We have Planet Clancer, Megan's Shrine, Mount Snow, King Aster's Lair, who is actually the rightful king of the Clancers, and the Imperial HQ, that's where you go at the very end of the game. This game, it's pretty short, relatively short, with only 5 worlds and roughly only 11 stages in each one. It's a very fun and short game, so casuals, they can have fun playing through it, just, straight up. And the hardcore gamers, they can enjoy collecting all those gold gems and getting the S rank for all the levels, so they can get the best ending. So going through the game is a breeze for the most part, and it has a few challenging levels, but mostly puzzles to solve in each level, and that's what makes pretty much every level in the game tough at certain times. Now, not all levels require that, but most of them do. I would call this a puzzle platformer, not just a platformer. And I absolutely enjoy puzzles, so I have no problem with this. Guys, if you're into that, I would highly recommend this game to you. The boss battles, they can be a little challenging. They require good reaction time, but aren't all that hard. Not really, but this game really isn't about the boss battles. I mean, it's more about the exchange they have during or before the battles that really make these boss battles interesting, at least with the main people in the Beast Tech Tour. There are other boss battles that aren't related to the Beast Tech Tour, but are still a part of the Evil Emperor's group of whatever, and things along those lines. I find it very funny and entertaining, and it's just, I can't stress enough how entertaining this game can be. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's just great. You gotta play it. So, you go through the game, you play all the levels, you beat it, you get close to beating it, and then the end boss to this game, it's ridiculous. It has a very striking resemblance to something familiar, don't you think? Yeah, it's the Megazord. from the Power Rangers. And that had to be done on purpose. I mean, that was no accident. Maybe Voltron, maybe they're referring to that, but I would say Power Rangers, that was more popular. And this game was made in 1997, so the Power Rangers came out before that, and so you know that's what that is. It is hilarious. I love it. And also, oh, I cannot leave out the showdown. Before that battle, you fight the mysterious Emperor, and it's a big old block thing. I don't know, it's a big chunk of whatever, and you defeat it by shaking bad words and throwing them at the Emperor and destroying it. And then you find out a little secret about that a little bit before the battle, but also after the battle you kind of see a thing about that. And like I said before, the ending, it is based on your performance throughout the stages after you beat the game.
Jamaicans, why are you so shaky? This game, it's really weird, but yet it's so funny.
Alright, we're back. Don't you recognize that guy in the video? It's me. The younger me. 10 years younger me. Alright, we're gonna play some retro games now. That's what I'm in the mood for. Hope you guys are enjoying the content, and if you are, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel and following me on Kick and follow me on TikTok. I'm all over the place. We don't stream that much on TikTok, but we do stream some days, like today. But mostly I'm on Kick and YouTube. That's used to do a lot of Twitch too, but I don't know. I'm just kind of moving on from that. Moving on to grander pastures. You hear? Tell you what. Now the real question is, which retro game do we want to start with today? Eh? I gotta fix myself. I'm gonna put my guy up here. Oh god, I'm a floating ghost. There we go. There we go. Ain't that nice? Hi. Turn up my mic. There we go. It's a little better. Yeah. And I need to shove the light in my face so my face can be read by the face cam. A lot of faces. Okay. Was kind of thinking of starting a playthrough of Ocarina of Time. Do you guys like Ocarina of Time? Because I really like that game. In fact, I love it. In fact, I've beaten it I don't know how many times in my life. At least 100 times over. I have played this game so much. I know a lot about it. I might have to actually do like this. Yeah, that'll work. Right, okay. We'll just have to trim the sides. There. The problem when you do these things live. There, just have a big ass screen. That'll work. Alright, that works. That'll do. Alright. Where's my controller at? There it is. Anyone got an idea for a name? Because if I choose, it's gonna be Dumb Butt. It's always Dumb Butt. Or Mikey Dude. Those are my go-tos. I'm not very creative. Then we'll be wait, do I have enough? There we go, he's Linky Poo. Let's go. Oh yes, the vast forest of Hyrule, where we've all been a billion times before if you grew up in the 90s. The children of the forest are the Kokiri. And Kokiris have fairies, except for this Kokiri because he's an outsider. Fuck him, even though he lives there. That's our boy Linky Poo. Yeah. Navy. Navy. Navy, the Navy, the ferry. I remember back in the day that was a big debate. Is it Navy or Navy? It's Navy, because like navigator. Haha. You didn't know that? Now you do. Navigation. She like tells you where to go, and that's why she's so annoying. She's like a living map. She's just always gotta get you to listen. Now she's being sent personally by the Deku Tree, the Great Deku Tree, who's just like, I want to annoy the crap out of this boy. I'll choose Navi. I got like 10 other fairies that are totally cool, but you know what? Let's just get rid of the Navis. The other Kokiri boys and girls just, they wouldn't be able to go out on an adventure, and he's just trying to get her out of the forest, so it's just like, no, you go. Go now, Navi. It's your destiny. But really, like, once she leaves the forest, everyone just starts celebrating. Just a big old celebration. I want to see someone do like a short of that, like that. I wish I was an animator. I would do it.
Hello.
Yeah. Oh. She's drunk. And here we are. Hey.
Hello.
Oh yeah. Dekuji wants to talk to you. Get up. And Link's like, no. Oh no, you're a lazy boy. Link the lazy boy. You're awake. Let's get out of here. I'm just translating all of the dialogue because I'm not reading all that. Especially since I know how the game works. Let's go. To the Kokiri Forest. Oh look, it's our friend Saria. What's up, girl? What up, Blinky Poo? I see you. Alright, we're just gonna skip talking to her. Oh no. Hold on, I forgot. Fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that. The dead zone on the controller is not working very well. gotta remember where to find it. That's gonna be a problem if I can't run. Now the question is, do I turn it up or down? I'll turn that down. Like the directional, man, I should have checked, probably should have checked for this before I started fucking playing it. That's the problem. And before anyone chimes in like, oh man, we see you're running an emulator. No shit, like most people do. I ain't a speedrunner. I don't need the original hardware. I own the games. I can do this. Most of the ones that I play, I own. One form or another. What the fuck? Man, I forgot all about this. This was like the other night I was playing the 64 game. I was trying to play Pilot Wings, and I couldn't because for some reason, you can't adjust the sensitivity properly. I don't know. It's really weird. And for some reason now I can't find... Oh my god, dude. Of course.